Welcome everyone. In this video, we are going to be having a look at my legend run in the Open Great League. Oh man, we did it. Season 16, we got it done with a very rough schedule, not going to lie. And honestly, we could have done this in Halloween Cup. We ended our Halloween Cup run at 26.96. So we were just a few up pairs shy of actually hitting it, which was a little bit unfortunate. But going in the Great League, I really wanted a team that would allow me to sort of control the alignment, just to avoid any unlucky shenanigans being that close to Legend. So I had to bust out ABA Steel, and shouts to Out of Pocket, formerly known as Hot Pocket, I believe. I think came up with this team last season, but this was before Steelix was buffed. So it was with Registeel, Medicham, and Basti. But I think with the new Steelix buff, it just made perfect sense to slot in Steelix. I know a lot of savvy trainers have caught on to this and had begun running Steelix in the place of Reggie. So that's what we're rolling with, just to ensure that being this close to Legend, we don't have any shenanigans go on. So without further ado, let's have a look at the Legend push for Season 16. Yeah, guys, always nice to get Legend out of the way with time to spare in any given season. But here we go. I know a lot of you are itching to ask me, what do you do with a Mud Boy? And I know Whooper Calm Day is upon us at the time of recording this video, so I had to include an obligatory Mud Boy lead for you guys. So Shadow Steelix actually wins this in the twos. So that's what we're going to play to. With ABA, guys, you're not pivoting out. You're not aggressive swapping. You are either winning lead or soft losing lead and looking to realign from there. That is the play style with ABA in Pokemon Go Battle League. So that's what we're doing. Gotta let this next Mud Bomb go. They've been debuffed. Does not do nearly as much, of course. And we are going to throw another Breaking Swipe here to further pack on the damage, and they're just letting this all go. They probably saw the shield and knew the matchup, so they let it go, and as you can see, just like that, the Mud Boy is gone, and they've got a Frostlass in the back, so this is quite all right, guys. We know exactly what to do from here. We're just going to do as much damage as we can on our way out, and look to align the Bastiodon, of course, onto this Frostlass. And they don't want to take any more damage. Holy smokes. Steelix has taken out 1.5 Pokemon thus far, and now it is Basti time if I've ever seen it. Holy smokes. And they're staying in. They're not swapping out. Makes me wonder what they have in the back. We just let all this go. Preserve the shield for Medi if Medi is needed. And holy smokes, Medi will not be needed for the remainder of this battle. Oh my gosh, they've got a Charizard in the back. Nothing pleases me more than absolutely gobbling up a Pokemon as annoying as Charizard. I don't even feel bad. The Charizard goes down, and so does the Frostlass. Medi, not even needed for this battle. Our two bulky steel types got that one done with ease. Good game, well played to them. Yeah, an ABA line, not something we generally see on this channel, so here's a good opportunity for those of you who might be interested in trying this playstyle. But here we go. Gligar lead, quite all right for Steelix, despite the perceived type disadvantage. We are resisting this massive pressure, and we actually win this in the twos and ones, even if Gligar is able to successfully bait. So we are quite comfortable in this matchup. Already got the Gligar below half health. They throw a dig and then pivot into a Pelipper, so we're just going to bank a little bit of energy and then unleash Basti upon this Pelipper here. Even behind on energy, we'll do quite all right here. We survive multiple super effective weather balls, no problem from this Pelipper, and the super effective smackdown damage is just a little too much for Pelipper to overcome in this matchup, especially in the zeros. We don't even throw a move. We farm this thing all the way down. We leave with energy to threaten that Gligar, and hopefully maybe even get that shield back. We're not throwing a move here. We're farming down, leaving with minimal health to farm, and Gligar will have a very difficult time farming us down. It's virtually impossible. It's double resisted damage. Gonna go for a flamethrower, grabbing that shield back. And even a Shadow Aerial Ace would not be enough from this low health range on our Basti. That is just the power of Basti in the Great League. They gotta go dig, and they know that. That's a lot of energy seemingly wasted. They've got a Venu in the back. We bring back in our Steelix to go for a Breaking Swipe debuff, and then it's Medi time. The win condition lies with Steelix. Just gonna throw Medi in here to whittle away at the Venusaur here. And these resisted counters are really beginning to add up on the squishier Shadow Venusaur here. And I might have missed a Vine Whip here. Unfortunately, played to a CMP tie that we do not win. Generally, you want to throw one before they make it to their move if you know that you lose CMP tie. But it is quite all right. 2 Dragon Tails do the trick. And yeah, I think this trainer realizes it's not trending in the right direction. They stop attacking. We Dragon Tail down, securing yet another win. Steelix closing strong. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Yeah, for those of you out there that might be in a rut, struggling, ABA Steel was quite solid. But here we go. Licky Tongue, this is quite dominant for Steelix in all even shield scenarios in a fresh matchup on even energy. You just go straight breaking swipe in this matchup and you will win lead, no problem. But I do like to shield the first. They usually will look to play out the zeros and just soft lose lead and look to realign on their end. So I do like shielding the first Power Whip just to preserve a little bit of health and leave this matchup with energy, because those breaking swipes do prove to be quite valuable up against most of the Open Great League meta. So that's how I play it, but you can play out the zeros and easily do just fine. They just go straight Power Whip in this matchup, and we just Dragon Tail down from here, leaving with just about max energy here. Fully loaded, low on health. They've got a Medi in the back, so that's how they play. If they have a Medi in the back, they'll just soft lose lead, and we leave with tons of energy to threaten the Medi. A strong argument could be made to just go straight EQ if you leave that matchup with one, but as you can see, 2 breaking swipes plus the fast move pressure just about gets Medi within the health range that EQ would have done. EQ would have done a little bit more, but to come in with our own Medi against this Medi with the 2-time attack, -2 attack, quite valuable in my opinion. As you can see, that Psychic does just about nothing, and they've got a Charmer in the back. Oh, the best Charmer for Basti to see coming in the form of Alolan Ninetales. Again, much like with something like a Charizard, nothing pleases me more than to gobble up these very annoying Pokemon. It's less annoying because it's not a Shadow, but still very annoying nonetheless. We farm it all the way down, leaving with max energy. Can't stack 2 moves on Basti. We're very close. I'm going to go for a Flamethrower, starting to grab shields from the Medicham, and we will throw with proper timing. You try your best if you run an ABA Steel line, try your best to not sacrifice your fast move timing. We throw 3 and then the move. If you run a 3-turn up against a 2-turn, you'll want to be throwing on odd numbers. And they actually throw energy. They are running Pup, of course, and we're fine. This is fine. We're going for the Psychic. Ice Punch in hindsight might have been enough, but we go for the Psychic to make sure we take out that Medi. Add a little bit of insult to injury. Medi closes the game, making easy work of the opposing Medicham. Good game, well played to them. Yeah, guys, not gonna lie, Great League has sort of been all over the place this season. I was not messing around, but here we go. Clefable lead. This is not a positive lead, slightly negative for Steelix. We do lose this in all even shield scenarios on even energy, so we're just gonna play the zeros and look to realign from here. But they go Moonblast. That's not the way to go in this matchup. They may be unfamiliar with the matchup. Clefable has to go straight Meteor Mash in the zeros to win this matchup here. And we're just going to go straight EQ, grabbing a shield from the Clefable here. And if they choose to go straight Moonblast, perhaps not knowing this matchup, we will survive long enough to get off another EQ and likely force that final shield from this Clefable here if they want to win lead. And yeah, they do just go straight Moonblast, allowing us to make it to another EQ. They have some decisions to make. Do they want to give up the final shield? They do not. And Steelix overcomes the Clefable. That is unfortunate. They likely did not know that they had to go straight Meteor Mash in that matchup to win, but it works to our advantage because they had a Trevenant lurking in the back. Holy smokes. 2 answers to Medi. Yeah, that worked out well. And we will likely grab that final shield from this Trevenant, as Trevenant trainers generally have to save the shields for it. They are down a shield. They do give up the final shield. That would have been lights out for the Trevenant. And now seeing that, we are slowly but surely whittling away at this Trevenant with our fast move pressure. Gonna let all this go. They were trying to bait. We're not shielding Basti. And that forces them to dump all of that energy that they were loading up on. And now Medi is in a position to double resisted counter down this Trevenant here. We will give up a shield, but they've got a Carbink in the back. Tried to catch an Ice Punch on that Carbink. No such luck. We were going to counter that thing down. And now we are absolutely loaded and in the driver's seat to close out this game with our Medi here. We need 3 Psychics to KO this thing, but I think we're going to end up going for a Ice Punch and counter down here, just in case we need the residual energy. They are at Moonblast energy, not risking it, not trying to make a gutsy call there. They did bait us successfully, but that is okay. Seeing this range, I know this Ice Punch will not KO, but we will get a couple of counters out of the deal here. And yeah, because they baited, the counters are adding up. They cannot make it to another Moonblast. This is just a Rock Slide. It takes 9 of their Rock Throws to get to a Rock Slide, 12 to get to a Moonblast, and we win the counter down fast move beatdown race. Just in the nick of time, rank 3 Medi IVs coming in clutch to close strong. Good game, well played to them. So hopefully you guys are noticing the difference in playstyle with ABA, where you're either winning lead or you're soft losing lead. And speaking of winning lead, that is precisely what we do with the Shadow Gligar, guys. You're not pivoting out, you're not aggressive swapping, you're either staying in to win lead or soft lose lead so that you can realign, control the alignment. That's the ABA style. Again, not something we typically see on this channel, but I thought it would be a nice opportunity to take a brief departure and show you guys a different play style here. But they look to catch. We did not throw with optimal timing on that first one, but we do on the second, and they can catch that anyways, but that's okay, guys. They catch a debuff onto their Stunfisk here, and it is Medi time. I love seeing this. I'm so glad they brought this out because it is a massive obstacle for our Basti, a nightmare matchup for sure. We do tank that debuffed Earthquake, and we're actually going to throw on 6 of their fast moves. Why? Because we're at the back-to-back. If they want to shield like they do here, we will win the CMP tie as they are triggering their next Earthquake. And now that puts them in a very tricky position. We are saying bye-bye to the G-Fisk. And they virtually wasted a shield. They should not have shielded that first one. But they maybe wanted to get us to dump all of our energy as we loaded quite a bit on that G-Fisk. And they've got a nightmare matchup for our Medi in the back. Sableye. It will get a very healthy farm. But guys, we've got the tank of all tanks lurking in the back to absorb all that damage. All the damage, absorb all the energy they farmed off of our Medi. That is Basti's job. It is a massive damage sponge, arguably the best functional damage sponge in the entire Great League meta. And yeah, this Gligar's hanging on by a thread, likely trying to catch a Stone Edge on their Gligar, but they are at dig energy. We just shield this, farm it down with our Steelix, and our 2 bulky steel types are just way too much for that Sableye. They recognize that. They saw it was not trending in the right direction. They do top left. Good game. Well played to them. Yeah, guys, I was not trying to sweat it out and try and hit Legend and Electric Cup or any other thing for that matter. But here we go. Scrafty lead. Not ideal, of course. So, honestly, wasn't quite sure how to quite tackle this one here. I know it's not good for Steelix, but I did not look at this matchup, as you don't often see Scrafty in the Open Great League these days. So we elect to let this go. And as you can see here, it's a foul play. So I'm thinking perhaps if we had shielded that, you see these Dragon Tails are really chunking. If we were maybe able to get off another debuff, we might have been able to cook a little bit here on this Scrafty, but yeah, we didn't. I don't think we played that the best way we could have. And I knew the minute I saw that Scrafty that it was likely a dark double poison backline. It's about as classic as it gets. They've got a Shadow Nidoqueen here on our Medicham. We stay in because Shadow Nidoqueen actually beats Basti, despite Basti triple resisting the fast move pressure. Just outpaces and can do quite a bit of double super effective damage with Earth Power. And we make another questionable play here, catching the debuffing Poison Fang here. I wanted to preserve Medi because I knew there was another poison type in the back. But we just get the Scrafty here on the Basti, and they're resisting this fast move pressure, and they've got 2 shields. They can easily shield this and absolutely demolish our Basti, so I was in a bit of shambles, wasn't quite sure how to tackle this one. It's not, although Dark Double Poison is about as classic as it gets, the Scrafty version on the lead is very rare these days, so to be fair, yeah, just a few too many misplays. I think this one was, believe it or not, as up against it as we were with a Scrafty lead, I think this was doable. Yeah, just did not play this appropriately. They've got a Shadow Beedrill in the back, so yeah, didn't play this right. I think fighting harder on the lead with Steelix might have been the way to go, and perhaps not catching that on Basti, but yeah, we knew we had the Scrafty to deal with anyways. It was going to be an uphill battle either way. Couldn't quite get that one done. Good game, well played to them. So hopefully I'm covering adequately how to run ABA, guys. And if you have any additional questions, hop in my Discord. It's absolutely free to join. We have a good time. Link in the description. But here we go. Sableye lead. Sableye, yeah, this is quite dominant for Steelix. We're going to just shield up the first foul play here and get off this breaking swipe, and then you can just Dragon Tail down from there. It's okay to give up a shield on Steelix with a very dominant lead like this, because the energy that you come out with on the back end is very, very valuable moving forward in just about any Great League match here. So we let this next one go, give up a shield to preserve some health, and we leave with loaded energy. Sableye just is not bulky enough to withstand that onslaught, and they've got a Swampert in the back, so this is brilliant. This is precisely how you play ABA. You win lead or soft lose lead, and you're realigning. We, of course, are going to bring our Medi in on the Swampert here, but not before unleashing the power of Steelix upon the Swampert. And even at this tight disadvantage, I usually get so comfortable, guys. Look at this. Steelix has taken out a Sableye and just about taken out a Mudboy. You don't get much better than that. They're forced to throw. Steelix giving up a shield takes out just about 2 Pokemon, and they've got a nerfed Noctowl in the back that did not stand a chance against Basti. That's another good game. Well played, courtesy of ABA Steel. Good game, well played to them. Yeah, I had been messing around with ABA Steel toward the end of the last Great League cycle, and yeah, decided to run it again. This one to get us to Legend, but here we go. This is going to be one of the most difficult team comps for you if you run ABA Steel. It's the A/lead, usually with the Azu and Medi in the back, classically, although a lot of trainers have swapped out Medi for Sableye, and that's what I'm thinking we have here. So we do shield up the first drill run. I want to try and win lead if at all possible. And I knew that we would at least have to double bait to do that. Have to build up to the EQ though, but I'm seeing how much damage we're doing with resisted damage, so I've just abandoned building all the way up to the EQ. They let the first breaking swipe go. We let their second drill run go, and I'm thinking we can make the play here. Gonna throw on suboptimal timing to see if they want to let this go and allow us to win lead, and they do. Holy smokes, they're giving us a shot here. There's the Azu as anticipated. So what we're gonna do now, I'm thinking it's a 50-50 call if they have a Medi or a Sableye in the back. I'm thinking it's Sableye, so we come in with Medi here to handle this Azu. We are down a shield. We're basically going to put all the chips on Basti to perhaps bring this home. They gave us a huge opening here. We're going to let this play rough go. They instantly pivot. Not the Sableye I was thinking. Even better, it's a Frostlass. And it is Basti time. Holy smokes. They gave us that opening, and we took it and ran with it, guys. This is what you have to do to get ahead. You pick up on what your opponent's giving you, and you play accordingly. We don't have to throw this, but we will, because I don't know if that Azu is running Ice Beam Play Rough, and if that's the case, I want to be healthy enough to put in work against it. I did not want to have to tank another move. So we're going to go for the Stone Edge here and see if we can start grabbing shields from that Azu. They are shielding, and yeah, it looks like they may be running Hydro Pump. They may be trying to bait, but we're going to let this go and call it. They have given up a shield. They are running Hydro Pump, so that's okay. We've got loaded energy on Medi. We've already tanked a play rough. I'm telling you guys, you dynamic punch enthusiasts out there, please watch closely because dynamic punch Medi does not have a prayer against the zoom roll. We just landed that psychic. They might have been thinking we were a dynamic punch enthusiast. We are not on this channel. And now we can bait with the ice punch successfully. They are at close to back-to-back. They cannot store 2 play roughs. We know that because we were running Psychic, the correct moveset for Open Great League, we're able to take out this Azumarill. And we go for the Ice Punch, say bye-bye to the Azu. Dynamic Punch enthusiasts, please take note of that. You don't win that game with Dynamic Punch. Good game, well played to them. Yeah, guys, ABA Steel brought us home here in the Great League. Huge sigh of relief. But here we go, Superior. Very good for Steelix. Although Superior, any Pokemon with a Calm Day, Frenzy Plant can absolutely put in the work. We're going to shield the first one. I like to try to go for proper timing, which is 5 on the first. But knowing that most Steelix trainers will throw with suboptimal time to get that debuff off, but they were throwing with proper timing as well. I was trying to hopefully sneak through a full Dragon Tail, banking on that fact, but that's okay. We're going to let the second one go. They are debuffed, and we will look to throw our second Breaking Swipe. It'll be interesting to see if they want to shield this or not. No, they generally soft lose lead. They're going to let that go, and we can just Dragon Tail down. Superior League could have anything in the back, really. They happen to have a Medi. We don't leave with as much energy as I generally like to, so we're just going to have to settle for 1 Breaking Swipe debuff here, as we will not make it to a second. They will counter us down here. And we can just easily bring in our own Medi here onto this debuffed Medi, but they've got a Gligar in the back. Oh, that is unfortunate. Gligar in the back, you don't win, guys. Yeah. This is just not a team comp that we can overcome here. Superior just is able to put in far too much work on Steelix on the lead. We have to shield that, and they can easily just soft lose lead. And they've got 2 amazing answers to Basti in the back and 1 really strong answer to our Medi coming in the form of this Gligar. They can just easily shield here. They are absolutely loaded. They're close to back-to-back here, I believe, or they might already be at the back-to-back. They see that we shield, so they're just going to over-farm as much as they can, play to a CMP tie. This will be another dig, undoubtedly, and there's just nothing Medi can do here. Down shields, this Gligar's still way too healthy. They still have a shield. Their opposing Medi is still very healthy as well, I do believe. We're going to exit stage left right about here. We don't win that one, not going to happen. Good game, well played to them. Yeah, guys, unfortunately, Gligar in the back with ABA Steel is generally going to be a top left, but you can't win them all. Here we go. Sableye, we're going to make up for it here. We need to clinch up a 3-2 to hit Legend, and that's what we were trying to do. If you see there, guys, that's what we were trying to do in the previous matchup on that Superior lead. A lot of trainers expect Steelix trainers to just throw on suboptimal timing, which would be right as we get to the move. We go for proper timing, which is 5, and we do get that extra Dragon Tail through. So yeah, that's why it pays to throw with proper timing. I think if they're doing super effective damage to you, like a ground type or fighting type move, you can try and get that debuff off as soon as possible. But if it's neutral or resisted, you can throw with proper timing. They will expect you to be throwing right as you get to it, and you can get that extra Dragon Tail through. So we take out the Sableye, we make quick work of it. They've got a Licky in the back, and we leave that matchup with loaded energy, down a shield, but that is okay. Going for another Breaking Swipe here, and the Dragon Tails are adding up, and they are forced to throw. They didn't have to, but the Licky is already at 50% health. That is the power of Steelix in the Great League. And now, because this thing is debuffed, we can just easily bring in Medi, and they've got a Superior. They swap to clear that debuff, and we're staying right here. We're just going to look to grab those shields and likely not win this, but Basti easily handles a Licky, especially from that health range. They're energy dry on that Licky as well. We're saving Basti for the Licky and the remainder of the Superior, as I do not anticipate winning this. We're just going to try our best to grab those shields, if at all possible. I'm going to shield this next move here. It's the Aerial Ace that would have KO'd. We want to either get some damage in or grab the final shield. That's the play here. If they know what they're doing, they're likely making the team read. So they are shielding the Superior, likely reading that we do have a second Steel type in the back. A lot of seasoned trainers will see and make the team read and see it from a mile away, but even given that, they still can seldomly overcome it if you know what you're doing with ABA Steel. And again, hopefully I'm demonstrating that thoroughly in this video. If you have any additional questions, again, hop in my Discord. It's absolutely free to join. We have a really fun time on my Discord, link in the description. But yeah, we're just going to farm this thing down. Leave with moves to hit that Licky with, and that should just about be all she wrote, guys. Steelix put in the work, got the Licky down to 50% health. Going for Stone Edge number 1. The Licky, again, is energy dry, as it did throw energy to get rid of our Steelix, and we should outpace to the Stone Edge. We do. And that will be sealing the deal, taking out the Licky, guys. We are saying bye-bye to the Licky, and a legend is just around the corner. That's all she wrote for that team. Good game, well played to our opponent. We needed a 3-2, sitting at 29.87 here, and yeah, I was quite confident that we did it. Oh, what a season. Holy smokes. Gonna try and catch this little Meditite here, get that out of the way, and claim our Season 16 Legend rank. You love to see it. Holy smokes. Guys, we got it done. A very rough and brutal schedule, but we got it done in the end. I'm glad it's behind us, and yeah, that's another legend run in the books. And now, yeah, gonna have a little bit of fun, but still give you guys good teams for those of you still looking to climb your way up the ranks, reach and achieve whatever your goals may be. So yeah, that's the legend run. ABA Steel got us there. Again, not something we typically see on this channel, but I was not messing around being so close to legend coming into OGL. But guys, I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.